What's going on, everybody? Josh Pocock here, and in today's video I am going to buy Replit Agent AI so you may not have to, or so you can see that you should buy it. And doesn't even beat Cursor? I don't know. Everybody has been talking about Cursor for the last few weeks. It has been blowing up as the best AI code editor, the best IDE out there, essentially, with Cursor Composor. But today Replit is basically shaking things up in the AI coding space. Now, a lot of people have been building with Cursor and deploying with Replit. You know, you can obviously deploy with anything, but a lot of people have liked Replit. Now, Replit just launched Cursor Agents, all right? So we're going to do a deep dive, a first look at Cursor Agents, somewhat of a brief comparison to see what some of the pros are with Replit Agents versus Cursor Composer, what I personally prefer out of box, and of course I'm going to be experimenting it with this Replit tool for a little bit longer to kind of get a feel for it, but let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so I am about to upgrade to Replit Core. All right, so Replit Core basically allows you to have unlimited REPLs, create unlimited private REPLs, store and development resources, 25 times more storage, 4 times more power, advanced AI models, and then $10 a month in credits included, and then unlock all deployment types, and then view more features if you want to check that out. Now, it is $25 a month for the core plan. You could also go to the yearly plan for $60 off, or 60% off, and it's only $120. So I'm going to test it out this month, and if I really like it, like if I think it's better than Cursor maybe, then, or if I think it coincides really well, is really nice to have both of them, then I probably will just upload to the yearly plan, because if you pay 5 months of the monthly plan, it's already more than the yearly plan. All right, so I'm going to upgrade, and then I'll come right back. Boom. Welcome to Replit Core. Blah, 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 blah. We don't need to go through the whole onboarding thing. Deploy in minutes. So kind of cool. To be quite honest with you guys, I'm not super experienced with using Replit. I mean, I just haven't used it as much as, you know, some people may use it. But we're going to go ahead and create a REPL, and we are going to use Replit Agent. Now, before I use Replit Agent, I just want to go over a few things that some people are talking about on Twitter, because obviously Twitter is the place for AI, especially AI coding, YouTube as well. But I was just searching up some Replit stuff about Replit Agent. You know, a lot of people are like, wow, this is the Cursor killer. We can see, I don't want to play with you anymore, Cursor, etc. Here is Rowan Chuang. He basically tweeted out 7 different AI projects built with Replit. So let's just see. So this one looks like this is an ad spend calculator using Replit Agent for Perplexity, and then this is, yeah, so I mean, they're little mini applications that I see here, nothing too crazy, some dashboards and whatnot. We're gonna go into it. I've been using Cursor not as extensively as I would have liked to the last week, but like more than the average person, I would assume. But you know, there's only so much time in the day. I have a lot of stuff going on, running businesses, etc. So but yeah, I've grown to like Cursor this last week, and now, so I'm kind of going into this somewhat skeptical, but at the same time, I understand that it may blow my mind away with certain features. This is early access, so it is going to get improved upon, but I do understand that, like, guys, this is just the start of AI coding. And by no means am I like I don't claim to be the best developer or coder. I do know it like more than maybe the average person, but at the same time, like, with what I know, it's kind of like I understand that, damn, as I'm learning more and getting better at coding, and I almost feel personally like within a year from now or so, it's gonna be so even like right now, it's so much easier to code. Anyone is getting these. Anyone, whether you know much about code or don't, you're able to now build things that would have taken, you know, a bunch of knowledge to do in the past. Right now, it's very easy to build front end apps, you know, in terms of going into V0, spinning stuff up, going into Cursor, spinning stuff up, Cursor Composer. Now we have Replit. Let's see how this compares. All right, I just wanted to kind of preface that. Anyways, so let's go ahead and just go with something simple. All right, build a Next.js application. Maybe I should just specify app router. I want a task manager app, kind of like ClickUp, Trello, Monday.com, modern and cool. All right. And let's go ahead and start building. So Replit is in early access. Don't show this again. Continue. And let's see what we get here. I'm actually curious. I haven't really looked too much into doing like people building stuff with this before I actually bought it. So I'm curious to see firsthand. You guys are seeing kind of like my reaction to using this, as well as my opinion on how it compares to Cursor. So it starts off with a nice kind of chat interface. Okay, so absolutely, let me propose what we'll build for you. Yeah, I'm kind of getting excited here. I'm getting very excited. I'm curious what model they're using, if they're using Cloud Sonnet 3.5. So I've created a plan for a task manager app using Flask and vanilla JavaScript, which aligns with your request to use a similar blah, blah, blah. This approach allows us to create responsive, rich applications without using Next.js. Okay, why can't we use Next.js? So build initial prototype. Would you like any of these additional features? We can also implement changes later. Implement user authentication for multi-user support. Add collaborative features with task comments and activity logs. Create custom views, Kanban board, calendar view. Okay, so why can't we do Next.js? If we can't do Next.js, this is like, I don't even know if I would, like, did I just waste my money? I apologize for the confusion. We can't do Next.js for this project because it's on our list of blocked frameworks that we're not able to use in this environment. This is due to specific constraints and limitations of our current development setup. Okay. Yeah, that just kind of broke my heart. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's just approve this then. So right off the bat, I don't even know if I'll like, hey, they need to remove those certain things. I hope. I mean, maybe they're not allowed. I don't know, but yeah. I personally don't like that. Okay, so I like the interface though. The interface is really nice. I mean, at the end of the day, this is good, especially too, because I mean, if you maybe don't know how to deploy things or use package manager, or if you're, you know, maybe a bit new and you want to use something that isn't Next.js, then this could be good because it seems like it's, you know, I mean, at the same time, you could do all this in Cursor. But yeah, the UI is really nice in Replit. Replit UI is really nice, and everything's kind of integrated in one. So as you can see, we see the chat on the right-hand side, the initial prototype. So let's see what actually got created. So I do like how you can kind of see this: created main.py, models.py, config.py, templates. Okay, so this is creating a lot of different stuff. So and the one thing, guys, I do like how it gives you additional things that you can just check. The interface for that is really nice, and the chat interface at the start is really nice to start a project. And it's still thinking, like, it just installed Flask. Now it's installing Flask SQL Alchemy, drag and drop. So, like, I mean, in terms of what it's doing, it's still going. Like, it's continuing. It seems like it's like doing a lot right now. I mean, I am pretty impressed that it's doing all this like in one shot. Restarted, run Flask, like it's doing all of this, and that's kind of cool. Like, and you can see the history of it. I really like that. Like, I haven't even done one thing, and it's already like, I mean, I'm curious to see what this is gonna look like, and I want to see the iterative process in terms of, okay, so looks like we go, oh wow, okay, add board, enter board name. So I don't like this little modal here, this alert, but let's just go test. We're gonna tell it to make a better thing. So it just took a screenshot, presented results to user. Like, this is pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie, like this stuff is really insane. Like, guys, even though it doesn't have Next.js, like obviously that's disappointing to me because I really like Next.js. I wonder if they have tools like Remix or whatever, any sort of front like JavaScript or React framework. I'm curious, but I mean, if you're using Python and Flask and stuff, this is really good. I mean, this would actually be interesting to even try out building more like AI agents and stuff utilizing Python, which I've been working on Next.js, a lot of Next.js stuff lately, but after I'm done some of that, I do really want to do a lot of cool Python stuff. So yeah, maybe this will be a lot very useful for that. But either way, guys, like even though that's like kind of a downer for me that they don't have that, this is like day one of their launch for this. Whether it's Replit or someone else, like this is the trajectory we're going on. We're literally going to, and like someone that doesn't know coding, like, well, I know coding, but let's just pretend I didn't know coding. I could have built this, right? And I'm going to iterate it, make it better, but I just used one very, very basic prompt, like very basic. If I was actually building an app that I would want to use, you want to really specify things in that first prompt. And I'll do more videos on that in the future, showing you like how to actually do that. I always create like a PRD, a product requirements document, and in my, like, it's pretty in depth for me. Like I list out all the different tech stack I'm using and how I want it to integrate it and how everything wants to flow, how I want to fetch data, how I want different routes to be protected or this or that, whatever. However you want to do it, outlining everything. I actually saw this on the All In podcast from Chamath Palihapitiya. He mentioned this, like, this is how software is going to be basically built in the future. It's not about like actually like your skills with coding, more or less. It's going to be about how you can really define things in a product requirements document. So keep that in mind. That's kind of where we're headed. And this kind of just like solidifies that to me. I like how it shows the history here and whatnot. Can you create a new task called test board and then add a task to it with a test task? Please describe the results and the process. So that's really cool that it does that. Oh, wow. So, wow, we have the Kanban here. Let's add test, description, status. Like, this is all out of box. So just because it had all those, like, we have the calendar thing here. Okay, this is pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and bit Josh. Okay, and let's click save. And I really like how it's asking for our feedback on this. Now it looks like we're having some issue with saving it. Okay, so here is my kind of first iterative prompt, and this is definitely not by any means like the best type of thing. This is not exactly what I would do if I was actually developing this app, but I just kind of want to test and see what it's actually going to do. I would actually explain more and like kind of get a little bit more intricate into my prompting here, but this is my prompt. Looks like we're having some issues saving the task. Please fix. Also, please add a light mode and dark mode button in the top right header. Make the app look more modern and use styling similar to ShadCN. Obviously, I know we can't use React, but I'm just curious how it will do. And then allow the functionality for a user to create custom forms as well as custom fields. All right, so I'm gonna run this, and it is thinking. Now, I'm curious what the rate limits are for this. Maybe I'll look into that in just a second. But here we go. It's saying, I understand the issues you're facing. I'll work on fixing the task, saving functionality, and adding light mode and dark mode, modernizing the app's appearance, and implementing custom fields. I'll keep you updated on the process. So, very curious to see how this works. And the cool thing is, guys, okay, first of all, did it? Okay, I thought that when I said progress here, I thought that was post. Okay, so this is everything. So I just like how it's just doing absolutely everything for me. So it just took a screenshot. Like, it took a screenshot. It took a screenshot, and then I believe it used that screenshot to show itself what type of job it's done. So this is really just taking like done for you coding to a next level. Like, you look at, it's editing all the files. I haven't referenced one file, so I'm curious. Okay, so looks like we got a toggle theme here. Okay, it's not functional yet, so I'm gonna wait. But we can see here on the right, the whole history: edited main.py, edited templates, /index.html, edited board, edited CSS, edited app.js, restarted run Flask app. And if I click on this history, I can literally see the changes. So really cool. So can you create a new board called test board and then add a task? So okay, we create a board test. That's another thing. I wanted to change that module. So let's see. Test to do. Okay, so it's still not working. and this toggle theme isn't working. So it's definitely not perfect by no means. I still don't see the functionality to add. Okay, so here's my second prompt. Toggle theme should be a sun and a moon icon, and it's not changing to dark mode when clicked, and the test task save button is clickable, but it doesn't show in the Kanban when saved. Also, for adding a board, I don't want a browser alert from a form, but a form like how you have the task form within the app. Also, the form creation functionality isn't there. So let's go ahead and run this. Okay, so far, let me just tell you a little bit about my thoughts. First off, I like the Replit interface. I mean, it's just nice to have all these different tools in one. The pricing, I mean, it's not the best. I mean, I guess it's technically the same price as Cursor. I don't know, like, if there's any limitations on, like, you know, limits or whatever. So it's not bad, I guess, in general. You know, it's cool that you can deploy it, actually. So that's cool. I'm curious what models it's using. Like, is it using Claude Sonnet 3.5 or is it using something else? Is it using their own model? I don't know. And then also too, I do like how it has this whole thinking like thing, and it can like screenshot and it will literally pull the app and basically like deploy the development, you know, app right here as we're building it. So those are a few things I like. Still, I don't know if it's, you know, I still am going to be using Cursor as of now, but let's just see. I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of this. Curious to see if it's actually going to be able to fix these issues that we're facing here. Okay, so it did it, and saying, does a toggle theme button switch? Can you add a new test board? And can you add a test task? So first off, I don't see the toggle theme. Let's add a test. Okay, so this is just getting annoying now. That's 3 iterations. I think we're good enough to kind of make a, let's just see if the test task even adds. So let's go ahead, view the board, and add a test task, test in progress. We can go here, test. Okay, so it still did not work, it seems. Now, yeah, that's just annoying. So I'll continue using Replit. Maybe if you guys notice that I'm missing something or I'm doing something wrong, or if you have any suggestions in terms of how to improve the output of this, let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna like, this is the first day of this tool coming out. I'll continue learning stuff off Twitter, watching different videos, testing and implementing myself, as well as still using Cursor, because I definitely know with Cursor I could get around these issues fairly quicker, it seems. At least from what I'm getting here, right? This is very simple stuff, like get a toggle, dark mode, light mode, have the actual task show up here and being saved in that state showing. So this is kind of basic stuff, but maybe I'm missing something. Let me know. So as of now, like I said, I'm going to continue testing, but I'm still going to be continue to use Cursor. Also, Cursor allows Next.js. It allows different React frameworks, and you can also see what model you're using. And not even just Cursor. Like, I know some people like things like Zed, or like things like Claude Dev or Continue Dev, and I like those as well. So whatever you're using, I mean, do I think Replit agent at this stage is the end all be all for all these app or AI agents? No. I think it has a lot to work on. But I think this does kind of align with, like I said, where we're going, and the whole done for you software creation, where you can just have an idea, the AI can think for you, it can take screenshots, iterate the process along. If this had higher quality output, if they remove some of the restrictions behind it, I think it would be really, really great. So whether Replit does it or whether another company does it or whatever, this is the trajectory we're going on. So other than that, guys, hope you got some value from this video. Hopefully, you know, if you feel like you don't need Replit, then maybe I saved you some 25 bucks, or maybe in like a week from now, I'll make another video saying, wow, I love Replit. You know, I just figured out some cool things, how to do this. Also too, I'll definitely be trying it, since it seems like Python would definitely be some really good apps to use for this. Maybe potentially, maybe I'll try some more things with AI agents and this and that, building out using custom Python apps and whatnot. So I'll keep you guys posted. As always, we upload videos every single day here on AI, automation, business growth, all that good stuff, AI editing, a bunch of cool stuff. So I got a lot of cool stuff planned for you. Thank you guys so much for the recent 5,000 subscriber milestone. Road to 10K, I guess road to 6K first and then 10K, but we're going to continue iterating and improving the content. And other than that, guys, hope you got some value here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Let me know if you want me to try anything with Replit. I'm going to continue making some cursor videos. Got some cool stuff planned. May even do a little series showing you guys how to build out real world apps. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And I will see you in tomorrow's video, guys. Keep hustling, keep grinding. And of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care.